guys, welcome back to my channel. For this week's video I am trying out the Inktober challenge. If you don't know what Inktober is, it's basically a challenge created by Jake Parker, and it's a 30-day challenge in October where you draw only in ink. And for those of you who are thinking, but Sophie, you draw a lot in ink. Yes, I kinda do. I just do the basic line work. I don't really draw a lot of pictures completely in ink like I'm doing with this one. I also wanted to take this opportunity and try out different things with ink. So for this piece I decided to use my G pen that I actually have for quite some time. I did use it in the past, or I tried to use it in the past, but I suck, so it was a complete failure, and then I was looking for other things to use, and that's how I got my Tachikawa manga pen. But for this challenge I decided to take the G pen, bite the bullet, and draw with the G pen. It's really tough to draw with the G pen. You can already see that I did a lot of mistakes, and now I'm trying to cover them up with a different pen. Like there you can see like mistakes I did here and there. I wasn't planning on doing this. I wasn't planning on doing my usual thick and thin lines. I just wanted to use the G pen and do some crisp lines, and because the G pen is like famous for doing thick and thin lines by itself if you use it correctly, not if you use it like me. But yeah, it was a challenge. So as I said, I went in with my multiliner pen and drew some thick and thin lines to cover up the mistakes I did with the G pen. And since this drawing is completely in ink, I wanted to do the hair in ink, her clothes in ink, everything in ink, even the shadows. So right now I'm using a combination of a brush pen and simple pens. I used the 0.03, the 0.05, the 1, the 3, and the brush pen from Copic. The brush pen is actually from Sakura Pigma. I wasn't really impressed with that one, to be honest. I'm also not really impressed with the Copic multiliners. I haven't really found a pen that I like. That's why I love using ink with brushes and with my Tachikawa manga pen. What can I say? Everything else is just not black enough for my taste. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love to find a really dark, pitch black ink pen. So I don't usually draw like this, I know, but this is a challenge, so I wanted to try out different stuff. It was really fun and really interesting to do her hair. It took a lot of time, but I found it really interesting. It didn't always turn out the way I wanted it to. There's some parts in her hair that turned out too dark, or some other parts that turned out too light. Sometimes when I was drawing the hair and made the little lines, it kind of smeared the paper. Anyway, so moving on. At first I didn't want to do underwear. I was planning on doing a t-shirt, but then I found it boring. I wanted to challenge myself, so I wanted to do something different, something I haven't done. And so I decided to go with underwear. And again, I didn't think of lace at first. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought of underwear, and then I just started to draw the bra, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like black underwear. And then again the lace came out of nowhere because I really found it interesting to, as I said, challenge myself and do it differently. And I wanted to make her a little bit sexy because I found it really boring to have her in like simple black cotton underwear. I looked up lace patterns, lace drawings. It took me a lot of time to find the patterns that I want. It took a lot of trial and error. I didn't do this in one go, and I also lost some footage, so I'm sorry for that. You couldn't see me drawing the little panty, but you can see the finished piece. now I'm just finishing up this hairpiece that I forgot. And now let's put her some eyelashes. And now I'm gonna move on to the shadow of the skin. The technique I'm using here is the well-known hatching technique or cross-hatching. It's a combination of drawing lines in various directions. And again, this is something that I almost never use. I do use it sometimes when I do pencil drawing, but I never used it to do a finished piece. So this is actually my first time trying it out with ink on a finished piece. It turned out pretty good. I actually thought it would be a disaster. Some areas could be better, I guess, but whatever, it worked out fine. So what you can do with the cross-hatching technique is if you draw lines in various directions, you can darken and deepen the shadows as I'm doing here. It's a very interesting technique and the result is very interesting. I had a lot of fun doing this piece and I'm really happy that I started this challenge. I can't do the full challenge as in the 31-day challenge, but I can and I will upload every Monday for the month of October an Inktober challenge. So if you are interested in seeing what I will come up with next week, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell button, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!